Hey everybody, Sean McGinnis here, and I have got Steve Papoutis from Visceral Games at my side, and we're about to demo Dead Space 2. Steve, thank you for joining us.
Thanks a lot, Sean. It's great to be here. Hey everybody. Woo!
I should probably mention that it's not just Steve at our stage demo here, it's actually Isaac Clarke himself, who,
right there.
I guess you've flown him in from the Sprawl for the day, or is
I just thought he'd do a little visit. He wanted to check out what we were doing.
All right, nice.
Everything cool? Cool.
So while we're booting up the game here, you've actually been pretty busy this show. You've been at a couple different press conferences.
Yeah, it's been really great. Getting to represent the Dead Space 2 team back at Visceral Games. Woo! And it's been great, getting to show it off to people and getting to do the EA press conference and then the Sony press conference has been awesome.
All right, nice. So tell us about the demo that we've got going on today. What are we about to see, Steve?
Absolutely. So the first thing you're going to see for everybody out there that's concerned, Isaac's wearing his classic mining suit. The demo takes place kind of deep in the heart of the Church of Unitology on the Sprawl. So that's what we got right here, and there he goes.
So one of the big differences is the fact that you're not confined to the Ishimura in this game. You're in a different place. You're in the Sprawl. What sort of gameplay differences does that offer? Not being in that one confined location.
Well, we're really looking forward to just delivering a bunch of different looking environments for players. We want to mix it up quite a bit. We're hoping that every time the player gets to a new part of the game, it's a new experience from a visual standpoint. The art team's done a fantastic job on really realizing these spaces and mixing it up quite a bit. The original Dead Space on the Ishimura, really awesome looking, but we kind of had a lot of browns in there, and, very industrial. I think it was perfectly fit for that game, but this time we're really turning the artists loose and letting them really dig into the game. And here you're getting to see a little bit of an ice look here with these caskets. And you're going to get to see something else new here in a sec. Yeah. So that's the puker. He's a new enemy, and you can see here he's regurgitating or puking on Isaac. And pop goes the head. So that's a new guy. So some of the other new things that we're really trying to do here is, add more fluidity to all the animations. So you'll see that Isaac is actually kind of moving smoother. The animations are smoother. We're hoping people really enjoy and see that. And we're really focusing on trying to dial in the control and the feel of Isaac, so it's a natural extension of the player. So when they pick up the controls, it's just buttery smooth. They can just get right into the game, and the controls really, help bring out the fun.
Nice.
Here you see a little impalement with a severed slasher blade. Another puker there. Get a little slow-mo vomit.
Now, you talked a little about one of the new necromorphs in the game. As far as the weapons in the game go, what do we have available, and are they still very focused on a primary fire and an alternate fire?
Absolutely. So each weapon still has as you said, the primary and alt fire. Right there, you're getting to see a look at the javelin gun. That's a brand new weapon. Basically, the idea with this guy is that it will fire a big javelin spike into an enemy and impale him to a surface, and the alt fire of it actually electrocutes and incinerates enemies, as you can see there. So what's cool about that one is if you actually shoot one into a pack of necromorphs and they're standing kind of bunched up, it'll actually arc out and damage multiple enemies. So it's a fun weapon, something we really like. Here's the TK impalement again, where he grabbed that severed slasher blade and fired it back. So if you're running out of ammo and you're backed into a corner, you can just grab a severed limb and just fire it back at an enemy.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that you told me a while ago, is that TK is it's a bigger part of combat now because it's easier to use in the heat of battle, right?
Yes, absolutely. We really wanted to, again, listening to our players and watching people play the game, it was used a lot for puzzles, but in the middle of combat, players never really used it. So what we did is we made it much more responsive. We made it easier for people to use it in the middle of combat and really turn the tables on the enemies. One of the big themes with Dead Space 2 is actually turning the necromorph's limbs and appendages against other necromorphs, so actually turning enemy against enemy, so to speak. Here what you're seeing is one of our engineering-centric puzzles. So Isaac's found his way into a gravity control room, and here he's going to do a little mini game where he's going to hack into this panel and actually start manipulating this puzzle and actually turn off gravity in this space. And then people will get to see the new 0G that we've got this time out.
So I'll start taking some reader questions now. Brian from Poland is wondering, Dead Space 2, is it going to be scary or is it going to be more action and less scary?
Woo, Sean.
That's tough.
Got to tell you,
Don't
Sean.
Don't blame Brian from Poland.
What do you think, Isaac? More scary? It's pretty scary being you, right?
Isaac agrees.
I think we're going more scary.
More scary.
Definitely.
I like it. I like
Definitely.
it. Nice. Let's see what else we've got here. With Daniel Bernstrom from Uppsala, Sweden, is wondering, is there going to be some interaction between the characters from Dead Space and the characters from Extraction? Are we going to see some intermingling there?
All right. Well, hey, Daniel, thanks for playing Extraction. Super cool. That's a really neat idea. I can't really say anything about that because I'd be headed into Spoiler Town, and I don't really want to go to Spoiler Town.
All right. Oh, hey, here we go. A little bit of zero-G.
There it is. There's some zero-G right there. Zero-G in the mix.
I noticed that he's not just going straight to the other side of the room, but he's kind of like free-floating around at will.
Yeah.
That's a little bit new, isn't it?
Exactly. We're mixing it up. We've got those jets on the back of Isaac's suit now, and he's able to actually propel himself in full 360-degree space. So it's going to be a lot more fun for players to be able to zoom around and check out things and explore.
Troy Lawrence is wondering if we're going to see exclusive outfits for each system again, like we saw in the first Dead Space.
Well, Troy, that's a very good question and something that we will consider. Thanks a lot for asking.
Let's see. Mads Osted is wondering, is Isaac going to have more of a speaking part in Dead Space 2?
Well, Mads, Isaac didn't say anything last time, so if last time Isaac was at a 0 on the talking, we're looking to get him to about a 2.5, maybe a 3. We don't want to turn him into any kind of weird, like, talky talk guy that's like busting off one-liners. He's a stoic guy, and when he talks, he has something important to say. So there will be speech in it, and actually on this little demo here, you can hear a little bit of him speaking for the first time ever. Thanks for the question.
All right, let's see. Leo Carter is wondering, are most of the weapons still engineering and mining equipment, or are we going to see like more military type weapons?
Well, Leo, actually, Isaac does like to use himself some mining and engineering tools, but who knows? Who knows what you're going to find? Again, Spoiler Town, don't want to go there, but we definitely still retain the idea of mining and engineering-centric weapons.
All right, so I mean, people seem to be totally excited by Dead Space 2 because the questions just keep coming, Steve. Let's see. Well, one of the questions we've got here is from Willem Caro, who seems to have had his question answered right now. It's about changing your outfit.
William, wow, did you see that? You asked, you saw it. That's right. Isaac can change his suits, just like the original game. Good question.
Let's see here. David G. from Roselle, Illinois, wondering about the ability to hit the button and see the sort of breadcrumb on the ground.
The locator.
Letting you know where to go?
Yep.
Still there?
That's from David?
David G.
David G. Locator, check. It's still in the game. You can still do that. It'll be there.
Here's a tough question, Steve.
Nick, whoa, what's this one?
Nick from Texas, wondering about multiplayer.
Nick, we will have multiplayer. You will be able to strategically dismember your friends, and that is all that I could say today.
I feel like we've put a lot of focus on the audience questions, but we've sort of lost track on what we're actually seeing in the demo here. So let's talk about what's going on, where we are.
Sure thing, Sean. So right here, you're getting to see the sanctuary of the Church of Unitology on the sprawl. So as you notice, it's got more of a Gothic architectural theme and flavor, and well, let's see what happens.
Nothing bad could possibly happen. I mean, that's my guess. Isaac has his fist pumped on stage.
Isaac got a little tensed up here.
There we go.
It's cool, man. It's good. You're doing great up there in the game. Looking solid.
So In the office, I've been kindly referring to these guys as alien zombie toddlers. Is that an accurate or an inaccurate way of referring to them?
Sean, you are a twisted dude. Really?
Yeah.
Alien zombie toddlers.
Can you blame me?
Well, not really.
Yeah.
We like to call them the pack.
The pack? Okay.
Yep.
That's
yep.
fair.
But I like alien zombie toddlers. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Well, what's going on over here? Oh, we had some disconnecto thing. We're good. We're back.
So this sort of plays into one of the things that you were telling me about when you first showed me the game, is that the necromorphs this time around, they have more of a pack mentality. They come at you in waves. Dead Space 1, you'd see a few at a time, but it wasn't like a whole bunch of necromorphs using numbers to their advantage, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're trying to mix it up. So we're going to retain that same vibe from the first game, from place to place. I think you saw that at the beginning of the demo. And then here we're really trying to showcase, as you said, more of that pack mentality, kind of getting Isaac moving around a bit more and just kind of varying the pace of combat, because that's something that's really important to us. We want to, in order to have really tense moments, you got to have some really action moments, and then you kind of, it kind of goes like this. And so you'll get like these really intense moments and then the real tense, creepy moments. And we think that mix is really going to pay off and keep players on their toes.
Wyatt Homewood has sent us the same email by my count about 4 times now, so I feel like I should ask it. He's wondering, I'll quote him verbatim, if a tree falls and no one is around to hear it, will I get pwned in this game? AKA, is it a difficult game? How's the AI? So, I mean, relative to Dead Space 1, difficulty about the same, tougher, easier?
That's something we've been talking a lot about, Sean. There's a lot of people that thought the game wasn't hard enough the first time. Then there's some people that thought it was too hard. So we're gonna stick with the difficulty for people, and we'll see how it goes. We're really into focus testing the game and letting players in the community kind of inform us on what they think. So we'll see how it goes.
Billy Bob has my favorite, and that's his actual name, by the way, Billy Bob.
Billy Bob.
Maybe my favorite question so far. Will you be able to play as the necromorphs, or is that Dead Space 3?
Well, you know what? I can't get into that question, Billy Bob. It's a pretty good question, though.
Oh, that's not a pretty character.
This guy's mapping out everything.
It looks like, leaving Ishimura has allowed your art team to sort of like go to town on these different environments, like these sort of like ornate rooms here in the church. It's like, it's not something that we saw in Dead Space 1. It looks like they can sort of flex their muscles a bit more, their creative muscles.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm really proud of the work that the art team has done. They've really stepped their game up. This game, if you A-B it with the first one, it looks a lot better, and that's a real testament to everybody on the team. It's just amazing that the detail that they're able to get, and as you said, going to a new location allows them to be really creative, and I'm really happy with the results, and the team back at Visceral is just doing a fantastic job.
And as far as like the atmosphere, the audio design, that was a big part of Dead Space 1. What are you guys doing on that front?
Well, the audio was amazing in the first game, so we're really trying to maintain that level of excellence. So we're hoping that people enjoy the audio in this game too, and as you said, it's really a huge part of the atmosphere. So not only do the fantastic visuals play a part, but then the sound design equally plays a part. Hearing the necromorphs, moving through the vents and, setting you up for a big scare. I mean, that's all a combination of lighting, audio, art, design, and the engineering that supports the entire game. So it all has to work in consort to deliver a good experience.
I think I remember this from the EA press conference. This is, it's not going to be good.
Looking good here. Excellent. So as you can see, the atmosphere got sucked out of there, so Isaac was about to be pulled out into the depths of space, but he managed to pull himself back.
Now, that's not something that's just sort of like triggered by, other like scripted moments of the game. You can actually like blow out windows yourself, right? Like accidentally trying to shoot necromorphs, you accidentally shoot a window, you're like, oh crap, I just shot a window out, now I'm being sucked out into the vacuum of space.
Absolutely, we do have the idea of decompression moments where you'll actually, as you said, go into an area one stray plasma cutter shot can actually create a vacuum that'll suck enemies out as well as Isaac. So you have to be on your toes and make sure that you're ready for that when it happens. But it's pretty fun when you see stuff just get sucked out. It makes you feel cool because you can actually use one shot to vanquish a bunch of enemies. So it's pretty fun and something, again, that I think is really neat, really psyched about.
All right, well, I think this is where you guys ended off at the EA press conference, so it only seems fitting that we would cut it right here. So Steve, I thank you very much for your time. Isaac, you as well. I know you're a busy guy these days, killing necromorphs left and right. As usual, I'll finish you off with the standard question. When is Dead Space 2 out, and which platforms have you guys confirmed it for?
Wow, that's a good question. Dead Space 2 comes out on Xbox 360, Sony PlayStation 3, and PC on January 25th, 2011.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Sean.
All right, so there you guys have it. That's your look at Dead Space 2 on the live stage show. Now we're gonna go see what's going on with Sony here at E3 2010. Guys, take it away.